If you have any issues, let me know. We'll, as we've done previously, we'll take questions from the folk within the room for about 8 or 9 minutes, then we'll go to Zoom for the last few minutes. If I could just ask the folk on Zoom to do one question and follow up so we can try to get as many as possible. Chris, do you want to kick us off?
Sure. Hi Steve, is it okay just to start with the obvious, and that is talking about the mood in the camp and how difficult it's been or not to lift the players from yesterday?
I didn't see half of them. Half of them went to the spa to do a little relaxation, easy morning. The rest of the group trained really well. Listen, they're professional footballers. They understand the highs and the lows of the game. So you have to get used to bouncing back for the lows, and we'll do that.
Quite a few people seemed excited to see Kieran Tierney participating in training today. Is he likely to feature or be ready to feature on Friday?
He did a little bit of light training today, and then we'll just see how he progresses.
How would you rate his chances?
He's got a chance.
Does the result yesterday alter your approach to Friday?
Nope. Same approach as we planned. We plan to go out and be competitive in every game. We try to play as well as we can, and then we see what the result is.
As a man who knows English football very well, how do you, without obviously giving too much away, but how do you intend to try and get at England, or is that something you can do, get at?
I can't give too much away. You probably answered your own question there. No, listen, we go there, we respect their ability. They're a top team. They were in the last 4 of the last World Cup. Gareth's done a great job. Got a good young team, exciting. They got off to a good start, we didn't, so we need to remedy that on Friday.
Steve, there was so much anticipation and excitement from the whole nation ahead of the first game. Now that's out of the way, do you think that maybe helped relax the players a little bit for Friday?
No, I don't think that had any bearing on the way we approached the game. Everybody outside can get carried away a little bit if they want. We've been level-headed all the way through. We try not to get too high when things are going well. We try not to get too low when things are a little bit negative. And we just prepare for the games the way we always prepare for the games. And that's what we'll do again.
Is it easy to keep the players out of all that when they're down here?
Yeah, the players are fine. Players are good. Completely relaxed, know what they have to do. We said before we need to get the points required to get out of the group. We've still got a chance to do that. So I think rather than all the doom and gloom that followed the result, not the performance, the result should be put away, put to one side, and we just concentrate on the next game.
Is that the important thing, I suppose, with tournament football? You can't really dwell on it too much.
You can't really dwell anyway. You have to look back. My job is to analyse the performance, look at the performance, and unfortunately most people just look at the result and then take their conclusions from that. I'll look at the performance.
What positives can you take then from yesterday that you can take forward?
Lots. I think the last time we played Czech Republic at Hampden, we probably had about 40% possession. This time we had nearly 60, 58, 42. Dominated the ball, 19 shots at goal. Could be more clinical, only 4 on target. A lot of blocks for the Czechs, which tell you they defended well. So lots of things that we can be positive about.
Steve, is that difficult, finding that balance between you're saying about there's been a bit of negativity because of the result? Is it difficult to try and make sure that the players are aware of the positives and you keep them high, or what do you do to shield them from any negatives?
I can't shield them. If they want to go online and read what's been written about them, I can't shield them. But we can speak, we can understand what we're trying to do. We're a group of players that are determined to do well for their country. I think we've shown that over the last number of games, and we'll continue to do that. We want to keep working, we want to keep learning, we want to keep getting better, and that's what we'll strive to do. And sometimes you have to take a negative result and then you have to bounce back, and hopefully we come back stronger.
You look at somebody like David Marshall, the amount of saves he made and kept Scotland in the game, and then he seems to come in for a bit of criticism with the goal. What do you do to keep his spirits up? David's
fine, experienced player, knows the game, probably faced that type of shot. I think he said something about 50 times in his career, and that's the only time it's gone in. It happens. I don't understand the criticism of David. It was a shot for Jack Henry at the edge of the box. 3 seconds later, the ball's in the back of our net. The block shot could go anywhere. It felt perfect for him to run onto and hit. It's one of these things.
What does it do in terms of your thinking now, the results, Steve, and what you do, food for thought, in terms of starting 11 now? Do you consider changes, or is it one of those things where you want to be loyal to the guys that have done well so far?
I want to be fair to the 26 players that are in the group. and that's always to try and pick the team that I think can win the game. So that's what we'll do. We'll get them all back on the training pitch tomorrow, and we'll see how they are. We'll look at any knocks and niggles that we've got, and then we'll decide how we go for the next game.
Steve, do you have any regrets about the team selections or anything that, in retrospect, with the benefit of hindsight, you might have done differently?
You can't do that. You have to look only forward. There's no point in looking back and thinking, if only this, if only that. There'd be a lot of really clever people if you had the foresight to know what was coming up. So now we just move on.
Okay, thank you.
We'll take questions from Zoom. Andrew McLean.
Grazie.
Hi, Steve. Just looking ahead to Friday, I mean, how mouth-watering a prospect is that for you and the players, going to Wembley, playing against England at a major tournament?
Yeah, good. Great game to bounce back in. So the players will be looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm sure the Tartan Army, the ones that have got tickets for it, will be looking forward to it as well.
If there is that disappointment in the squad, is that the exact type of game that the players would want? Because, I mean, obviously the motivation is there for all to see.
Yeah, every game in the tournament's a big game, so I think the fact it's against we're friends from south of the border makes it extra special. So yeah, it's a good game for us.
Gavin.
Steve, no matter if you'd won, drawn or lost yesterday, was it always the case that you were going to have to maybe change the team up just because of the schedule of games, the heavy schedule of games?
We used 16 players in the game against the Czech Republic, and I'll probably use 16 players again. So it's tournament football. You've got to make sure that everyone's fit. You've got to make sure that your team's always got plenty of energy on the pitch, and I think we showed that on Monday against the Czechs, and we'll show that again on Friday.
And I think we've said over the years that Scotland teams kind of relish this kind of underdogs tag. Is it a good one for us to to bounce back in when maybe it's a chance to kind of prove the doubters wrong and just kind of take a scalp if we can?
Yeah, listen, we'll just go and play. We'll try and perform as well as we can. We'll try and get a positive result, and we'll try and give ourselves a chance going into the last game against Croatia to get out of the section. That's been the objective all along.
Roddy.
You said prior to the Czech game that you'd had the team for your opening game in mind for a wee while. Have you had the team for the game against England in your mind for a while, ideally?
Ideally, you try and plot your way through the whole tournament, but things turn up, as in the situation with Kieran, that your thoughts can be changed. So you always have to be adaptable.
Is it an advantage that our players know many of their players very well, or a disadvantage that they know us very well?
Maybe.
Can you be more explicit?
I think you just answered it yourself. We know each other quite well.
Okay, I'm asking if it was do you think are they cancelling each other out, basically?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think the players know each other. Some have got teammates that are playing for the opposite side, so I'm sure they'll look forward to the game. It'll be competitive. We'll try and do our best, and I'm sure England will try and do their best as well. So let's see what kind of game we get.
I'll take the last two questions from Jason. Nope, we've lost Jason. Anybody else?
It's the kind of question I like.
That's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Steve.